Looks like I'm white, playing against a Fox 7 on today. We'll just try and focus on having strong groups and just seeing what happens. So I like to just play this Kasumi, very solid. I can pincer here if he doesn't defend, or I can build, or I can press down. It's very flexible, and I will do the same over here. And he doesn't really have a good move to connect both, so it feels like he should probably just enclose, or maybe just defend one of them. So he does defend one. So here I have two moves that I like. I could press down or I can stop him from making enclosure. I kind of like this one because it pushes him very low, but it might not be Sentai. But I think I'll go ahead and try it. Okay, so he just jumps. So later there's a push and cut that I can do, but for now, stopping him from getting an enclosure is going to be bigger. Okay, he kicks, so he's just going to take territory, and I'm just going to make a base here just to keep it simple. So he can also maybe add a move to this corner, or he can play something over here to put pressure on this group. But this side is kind of low value because this is really low. So even if he does play over here, I don't think he'll be able to get anything too big. So I do like the idea of him just enclosing this corner and kind of stopping me from building over here. So for the same reasons as him, that this is pretty low, so it just doesn't feel very big to play anything here. Playing at the top would be okay. He probably will just invade and he'll start a fight. I can also just approach here, which he might kick, and I already have sort of an extension here, so I can develop this side. I like that a little bit better because if I approach here, it's not really sensei on the corner, and then he can play a move over here, which is growing his area and threatening to maybe invade over here. And I do think the kick and then tanuking somewhere else is pretty good, but yeah, he can also just jump in here. And this group, even if he invades, I can just connect on top, and as long as I'm facing towards the center, it shouldn't be too weak. But this one, I don't really want to just jump out. I think I want to try and make this group as strong as possible, as quick as possible. So I'm going to try and attach here in Hane to see if I can just get a strong group. Okay, he does this one, and here the only move I really know is to play this one, and then this one, he captures, I go here, he captures again, I Atari, connect. Anything else, I think my group is just heavy. Normally he captures, I play this one, and normally they just back off here. His being able to Atari and connect and cut this off would be pretty big, and then these stones are still pretty light. There is an invasion here, he has a weak stone, so I think I just want to jump, and then I can jump over here. So I'm defending this group a little bit, forcing him to run, and then I'm going to defend this group. Not sure if it's worth peeping, because if he gets a little bit stronger here, that means when he invades or does something over here, because I don't have a peep here or anything to use, he can be more aggressive. So I think I will run out this group, and then this has a follow-up where I can play here next and try and develop the top side. But if he does extend over here somewhere, I think playing the peep and then trying to attack might be pretty useful. So maybe he will jump, and then I get to play this one. Though I do have some cutting points I need to worry about, but I don't think I will have an issue living over here. Okay, he does jump. Now I just try and take the top side. And then I'm not really sure what he does next. Like I said, he can try and aim at a cut here or to try and take away some of my eye shape, but it doesn't seem like it would be too effective. And his group is still kind of floating here. So if he plays moves over here that make me stronger, he's hurting himself just a little bit. Okay, so here it seems like he's trying to aim at this cutting point while also trying to reduce the top side. I do feel like he's just a little bit too weak to do that. And then this group feels flexible enough to where I can even like peep here and live or get out. So I think I'm just going to try and defend the points here. Okay, so he pushes to try and make this a little bit stronger. Maybe he'll try and surround first to try and force me to connect, or maybe he'll just go ahead and cut directly. Okay, so he does try to cut directly. So I don't think I have time to play anything here. So if I cut right away, he blocks. I kind of need to save this, but then he surrounds. But if I run out this way, then he captures the one stone. And if I try anything else, like maybe this, and if he blocks, then this might work. But if I go here, you can also just push up. So I think I just need to try peeping and getting out first, or living if I can, and then just leave this for now. I think I should be able to live here on the side. I just don't want to let him connect his groups together too easily, but I don't really have too many options. If I go too far, then he just cuts. If I go here, he can just push, and that's a bit annoying. So I think I have to play this one. And he can try and surround, but when I push, there's still some cutting points. And then if I get to push up to around here, then I can go back and defend the cut. And then this is cut off. So that's why he comes back and defends. I could play here to try and save this stone, but then when he blocks here, it feels like I need to defend. So I think I will just run out, trying to avoid getting surrounded. And then by also getting out, this group is still just a little bit weak. And maybe he can capture a few stones, but as long as my group gets out and isn't in trouble, it should be okay. Okay, he pushes, but he can't really surround me in one move, so I should be able to keep extending and stay connected. So here he's trying to put pressure on my group while also connecting to his stronger group over here. I also have some weaknesses here where he can like peep and connect. So I think I want to try and get out. And here I think if he doesn't block, I can push and cut. And then there's some more weaknesses in his corner, or I can cut off the 2 stones. But for now, I'm just going to try and get out and avoid being surrounded. And later I still have another move like this that I could try and develop the bottom side. Which maybe if he peeps here, I might want to try and just sacrifice this over here just to take the bottom side here. And here I just have a lot of weaknesses. I just have to try and defend them. I just need to stay connected. He can push through, but I think as long as I stay connected, I can still make eyes here or I'm out to the center. If I tried something like this, then there's still odds with like a clamp or pushing through. There's just too many cutting points. And this one seems a bit odd because if he captures this stone, then I can cut off the 3 stones. But I guess when he connects here, if I go back and capture, then he can Atari, which I suppose does make my my group a little bit weaker. But it doesn't feel very good to try and defend anything here. So I think I just have to go for more points here. He probably has a slight advantage when it comes to points because he has this corner, the side here. I have this area which he can still reduce. This area, which I wouldn't count this as having any points. I have a little bit here, but still some Maji here he can use to reduce. So I think I need to go for some territory here. Okay, and I guess he just wants to invade. I'll stop him from getting a base while giving my own group one. And then being able to push here and take the corner would also be worth quite a bit. Okay, he attaches. Kind of want to be a bit more aggressive here because if I just back off here, he jumps. It feels like I need to defend my cuts. So I think I need to go for a little bit more complication here and then connect under this way just so that he has 2 groups he needs to worry about. So he can't just Tanuki or try and do something else. And I'll just try and stay connected here because I can connect over here to capture this, or I can Hane here and then try and do like a leaning attack. And as long as he doesn't take the entire center, as long as I get some profit over here, then it should be okay if these stones die. But it feels like he needs to save these. A little bit surprising, but I'll go ahead and play here, which there is a weakness here, but I should be able to stay connected. I think the best he can do is Hane, Atari, I capture, he connects, but then I cut. Bit difficult to read, but if he plays it, I guess we'll just find out what happens. Okay, so he cuts here. So he's trying to cut this off. But I think he's aiming maybe at this and cut. And if I Atari, he connects. So I think I need to just try and fix the cutting points while staying connected. So he puts some pressure on this, but I don't know, if he connects here, he can connect under. So I think I just need to try and fix my group over here. I guess the only downside is he kind of connects this group together, which is a little bit disappointing. So I think I'll try and counterattack and see what happens. So I'm also still a little bit worried about what happens if he Ataris here and cuts me off and turns. So if I can get kind of connected out here, then it doesn't worry me as much. And later I can also kick here, and then there's a threat with the cut. And this group I think should be okay. As a last resort, I think I can always cut here and capture, and then he can connect under. But as long as everything's connected, it should be okay. So it looks like he is going to go for that. Okay, so now he's putting pressure on this group. And I think I just have to block. And this should be enough space to live. It'll be very small, but hopefully should live. Okay, so he's back over here. And I think I just have to cut. If I go here, he turns, I push, he cuts. I guess I do have some issues there. I think I just have to cut. And then he turns, and then maybe I just need to connect here. I guess he can't really connect under, but I would have to go back and live. So I think if I go here, he goes here, I have to connect, but then he pushes, and then there's really not much I can do. And here I might just have to go back and live. So 1, 2, 3. He can kind of push and connect, but I capture these. So that should be okay. So if I go here and he pushes and cuts, I just push here. Guess I should probably worry about this one. So I do think I need to make sure I'm alive here. And then having these 2 stones does help. Like if I didn't have these and the same thing happened, then I'd probably be in a lot more trouble because he could probably just seal me off and this would be dead. Just need to jump, not get surrounded. And then these stones are still just a little bit weak. But if he forces me to run out this way and he runs this way, then there's still like an invasion here where this group can still get very weak and this one as well. So maybe he could play this one. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to play. Yeah, not sure. Like if I played this one, he can go here, threaten the cut, and then there's Atari, and bad stuff can happen. If I just extend, it's the same. He can just push here. But if I played this one, he pushes, I can kind of connect, I think. And even if he does cut, I can capture him first. And here, even if he takes away a liberty, he can't really push and cut through. And then I need to go back and defend my cuts. And I can still Hane here. And this is looking better and better for me, I think. Because if I cut this off, then his whole group is just not alive. And here's where I'm not sure how greedy I need to be. So I want to play here to make my group a little bit stronger, threaten to connect, but he kind of can just block here and take points. But if I go here, there's some cuts. So I think I'll just play safe. Not enough time to read it all out. If he pushes here, I can just play here, and then I should stay connected. So even if he had Taris, he goes here, I capture, he goes here, I connect. So there should be no way to cut these off. Okay, so he does jump here. I think I'll push once because I can still turn, and then I'll slide here, and if he goes here, I think I might just cut because then this whole center part is cut off. Seems a bit unusual because I can still push here, but I guess it doesn't do too much. So I probably just need to leave it and go ahead and try and do something over here. I guess this might work because he can then push, cut, but I guess I just Atari, so maybe it doesn't. But if he just connects this way, I think I can push, or he cuts off this stone. And if I defend this way, he can like push here to get more liberties. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. I have to try and fix lots of cutting points at once. Next, I'll probably try and cut here, but it might not work anymore because he goes here, here, but then now I can push here and peep. So I do think I will cut. And if he Ataris and goes here, maybe going down might almost create some weaknesses in the corner. So he runs here. I'm not sure why, because this feels like the most important area. Yeah, I'll just push here, see what he does. If I go here and he tries to cut this off, I can Atari connect. Maybe there's a snapback. I'm not sure. I think it's a snapback, but at least this gets him down to one eye. If he does go here, maybe I go here. Because if he blocks, then I can Atari. I think I'll just turn here. Then if he blocks, I can play the bamboo, which is threatening a cut here. But maybe that's not big enough. So if I go here, he goes here or here. I don't think I can get rid of this eye because then there's a push and cut. So I think I have to get rid of this eye first. And then if he goes here, that's only one eye and still a cutting point here. So I can attach here and threaten to cut next. So I'll go here, which is threatening the cut. Also is giving me some more potential here. Because if he just defends, I have a cut on either side. And it's also connecting my two weakest groups together. Yep, so he does have to just defend. And I think I do want to just play over here to try and stay connected. And then he still has to figure out how to live. And later, maybe I can play this one, threatening to capture these stones, which wouldn't be small. But if he just plays here right away, not sure if I can get rid of his other eye over here. So I think I'll just block here then, just to try and stay connected, and then I'll come back and block here. And then he has to figure out how to get another eye, which he probably can. Maybe that doesn't work. So maybe he would be forced to do a ko, but just forcing him to connect under. And then if I get this as profit and sensei, it would be pretty nice. Although it might be too slow to capture it right away. Probably bigger to like Atari here to close this off and then come back and try and play a move in the center to close off the center. So if I connect, he wants to go here. And if I connect, he wants to Atari. So definitely some weaknesses there. Not sure if I can actually fix, but I think I'll just try and take some points because I'm really not sure what to do here. And then not sure what the best way to seal off the center would be. I guess if he tries to come in directly, I can just cut it off. And then taking this corner is still pretty big and capturing the two stones. Yep, that is quite big. But as long as I get a good co-threat, it should be okay. And then I should have lots of co-threats over here. Might lose a single stone, but that should be okay. He already has this, and then he has an eye here and an eye here. So him playing some more moves here doesn't quite give him an eye. So I'm not sure why he took that. It kind of just helped make this more solid. Because after he played this one, I think he could have jumped in, and I can't cut it off anymore. So I would have to attach on the outside, and maybe he can do something more severe. So he does capture. And my co-threats, I think, are mostly just going to be the ones over here. This might not even be big enough. It might be better for me just to take the corner. He connects and then just start Endgame. Or this one is still really big. Yep, pretty big. Yeah, I probably should have just played there. Yeah, not sure. Yeah, this was a mistake. I think the game's close, so I might be just throwing the game here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's just start Endgame. And then I think just capturing these is probably one of the biggest moves. Probably big to connect. Guess there's still some Aji here if he plays here, where there's like some weakness here and then cut here. Though this one I think kind of fixes it. Try to play Sensei in game now. Feels like Sensei. A little bit surprised. I guess he didn't want me to have this for free. Probably still worth going here, because now if I poke and poke, there's some weaknesses here. Whether that's the biggest move right now, I'm not sure. Yep, there's still the co-threats, but now I have lots of co-threats over here. And I guess I didn't think about how weak this is, because he still doesn't have two eyes. So if I connect here, it's almost Sensei for him to play here. So I guess he could go for the ko, but that's a very, very big ko. Yep, stay connected. And I have a few co-threats over here. Even pushing through here might be Sensei, because if I get to Hane and connect, then he has to live on the top. But I still have like two more co-threats here, and then maybe a third. Though this is probably a bad co-threat, but might be worth playing if it gives me a lot over here. This feels like a mistake. Yeah, I think this is just bigger. He can reduce, but I'm already connected and alive, and it feels like he needs to live here with this move. Otherwise, the ko will just get even bigger, and I think I have more co-threats. Yep, he just captures. So now it's back to more in-game, and this one might just be the biggest. Because I have more co-threats, yeah, I don't think even this one I would respond to. And yep, very big. This is feeling like Sensei. Then potential 3 points here if he lets me. But if he does go here, I probably just block and I'm okay with a ko. Yeah, I don't want to let him connect under here, so I'll go ahead and play over here. Pretty big. Just have to be a little bit careful. I wasn't thinking about this, but if he goes here and I go here and I capture, he goes here, I connect, so, but not sure. Should be Sensei. Not quite sure what I want to play here. This might be big just because it gives me an eye. Because if he goes here, I connect. Maybe not worth it. Yeah, just connect here. Yeah, it's a lot of small moves. This one might be big. This is worth just 3 points. Cuts me off. I'm just alive here, so it's probably worth just taking the 3 points. He does cut. I'll block. Yep, I think I still have more co-threats. But even if not, I think if he goes here, I could just extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's probably worth blocking. This just feels huge. Because he can do this in Sensei. I guess it's not 3, because I guess eventually I'll have to play over here because I don't have any way to make an eye there. Here I'll go for the ko again, because I do have lots of ko threats. But yeah, he can block here now, and then I have to play here. And this guy's pretty strong. Has a good record. I think he's 4 wins away from ranking up to 8 Dan. But I definitely feel like I've played stronger people at 7 Dan. And then here, I think playing here is just too slow. But I do think I need to play this one. Maybe not. So if he goes here, I mean, I guess he could wedge, but everything's fine. And this move just feels really big. And everything's all connected, so I don't think there's anything over here. I guess he could wedge and then connect, and then I have to respond. Still probably worth playing this later if he doesn't play it first. Okay, he blocks here, and I for sure need to not die there. Big in game. And then I can push here now because I don't have to worry about him capturing me. And this one's actually big because it gets rid of the eye here. Before, I think he could play here, but I guess I was already alive. Probably the only move left, or this one. I'm not sure which is bigger. I think I'll play this one just to be on the safe side. I guess I probably need to play there. Otherwise, when he cuts here, if I try to connect under, he can throw in, and it's a snapback. Yep, also big. I don't think I need to capture anything, because if he plays here, then I just capture. If he goes here, then I just capture. So I think I just need to get rid of this eye here. I'm not sure there's anything left. Although here, I think he might be in trouble, because I think he has to add another move here. Because if I fill in all the liberties, and I go here, I can Atari and capture. And if he defends the other, or this side, then I can Atari and capture. So I think he has to play one more move here. So that's pretty sad. So yeah, he definitely should have taken the eye here because it's not only was like a point or two here, but also another point up here. Okay, he connects. I really don't think there's anything there because I'm already alive here. Even if he Ataris and does this and this, it doesn't seem like it works. Not sure. I don't see anything else that's worth points except making him capture over here. Guess we're just filling in Dame. I'm assuming he's noticed that. Maybe not. Game over. I'm pretty sure I'm not misreading this. I think it was actually very, very close before that. Yep, and I win by time. But let me check real quick what the score would have been. Okay, so according to Katrain, the AI I use, it says that I'm winning by about half a point. But I'm not sure about the Comey that's used on Fox. So maybe Black was winning by half a point. But either way, it was a very close game. And hopefully this was interesting and or maybe you learned something from it. I will see you all next time.